some written by previous members, and just old stuff that the guys used to gig and play. So
you guys have been around for a while, haven't you?
That's right. Yeah, Pete and Nath, two original members, still playing in the band, and they started about 95. I was in a band called Thick Lips back then, and we were doing a heap of shows around the mid-coast, and I actually I saw the guys playing at Southport Lifesaving Club one New Year's Eve and just went straight up to them and said, "Hey, you guys keen to support us?" And because I was always keen to give younger bands a leg up and that sort of thing, and get them out there and get them seen.
Definitely.
So yeah, that was how that all started. So so they've had a few guys in the band. Brett Thompson was the last singer before I sort of took over from him. Tomo's he's a good bloke. He's a funny guy, and he's a good supporter of the band. He's always at every gig, which is good because you need people there to heckle you and that sort of thing. And
yeah, well, you guys are great. I saw you at Mid Coast Meltdown, and what an energetic stage performance, jumping up that high in the air. I could never play my guitar and jump that high in the air.
Yeah, it's it comes at its price. The next day is always a little bit like, oh man, a hammy. I think I pulled a hammy.
So you guys got any plans for going into state or anything?
I don't think we really have at the moment. We really like playing, just locally and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if we got an offer to go over there, perhaps with another Adelaide band and do some shows, I think that would be probably more of a fun thing to do. But we have played with a couple of bands from Melbourne over here, and they have invited us over. So, I mean, I wouldn't say no, but I mean, it's certainly not something that we talk about. Between the four of us, there's 8 kids.
Yeah, gosh.
So there's a bit of logistics involved in just doing a local gig, right?
Yeah. I know. It takes a bit of wangling, doesn't it?
So shout out to the No Reality cheerleaders, and obviously the grandparents as well, for being really good babysitters.
Yeah, I know. We need them. Let's go to a song from the new EP, and then we'll come back and talk a bit more. So here is... what's the first song called, Rowe?
You can call it what you like.
Real You.
Yeah, that'll do.
Real You. All right, here's the Real You, Know Your Reality.
Know
The real you, no reality. So, Rowe, what's going on down mid-coast at the moment, like with gigs and venues and that sort of thing? You know, is it like...
Well, first and foremost, I think there was waves yesterday. That's a good bonus, because if there's surf, then there's fun to be had, and that's what it's all about, having fun. Look, getting off the subject of music and more on the venues and things, a lot of people are putting their hands up to have live music at their venue again, which is really, really comforting. Because it's one thing to have a band, but then to have somewhere to play is a whole different ballgame.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of places that are giving artists an opportunity to get their stuff heard, and so we've got obviously the Emu have been really good. Best thing about the Emu is it's almost walking distance, so you can just about roll there on your amp and play. You've got the Brighton Bar, which have been really good.
Yeah.
We've done a heap of shows there with the Lizards. G'day Lizards, how are you?
Hey Pat,
how are you? Stubbsy is in Hawaii still, I think.
Really
so we won't say hello to him. Marty, how you going, mate? The Lizards have been really cool. They've given us a heap of support shows with them. So yeah, I think we might have to send that check in the mail to them.
High energy too, aren't they?
Yeah, they are very good indeed. Yeah. In fact, Paddy's I think we're the only Southern band that he's not in. He plays in a few bands.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because he's in Numbskulls and Bearded Clams.
Yeah, he's magical. He really is. I reckon we could gaffer tape his arms behind his back and he'd still shred. I'm going to try that one night. Anyway, so I look forward to seeing him tonight and the rest of the Numbskull boys and Line 39. So the Emu, as I was saying, there's a gig on there tonight, so get down and get in there.
Cool.
Get amongst it.
That's actually a really good venue. We played there a few weeks ago.
Yep.
With Hunky Punks, and I was pretty blown away, and like the amount of people that go there as well. Like
it is cool.
It's quite a thriving place.
Yeah, they've been very, very accommodating. And you've got Benny from Roadrunner who does the sound for us tonight. I'm not quite sure who did your production that night.
I can't remember his name. But, maybe Craig or someone?
Okay, yeah.
Is that someone called Craig does it?
Oh, anyone called Craig can mix us. We don't.
I saw his face, I'll remember.
Yeah. But Benny from Roadrunner, he's, those guys have been around for a long time.
Does he mix there all the time?
I'm not sure if he does, how many other gigs he does there. I know he's always, whenever we play with the Numbskulls.
Does he tell you not to put your feet on the wedges?
He does. That could be Ben.
that might be the guy.
Hence the reason why I put my feet on the wedges.
I don't put my feet on the wedges.
I like living on the edge. I always tell Benny that I would never put my foot through the wedge.
I'd probably fall over if I put my feet on the wedges.
That's it. So, but no, Ben's great, and he gets a good sound happening out of that PA. It's it was something
he does. He
used to work with a guy called Terry who originally owned the whole setup and that business. Unfortunately, Terry passed away a while ago, and obviously thought a lot of Ben and basically left him that system to keep the bizzo going, and he's done a really good job. So shout out to Benny there.
Because Corey and Dave are doing lots with South Coast Raw too.
Yes, Corey's great.
You guys have played South Coast Raw a few times, haven't you?
Absolutely, yeah. And that's at the Porties Footy Club, which is another wicked venue. I mean, they've been got a lot of history.
How long have they been doing that? Like 10 years or something?
I think that they've been doing it,
up for that
a fair while.
Surely.
Yeah, for sure. And because I remember when they first started doing it, I was at the time we didn't have a band going. I was thinking, oh, geez, that's a good idea, to have a monthly sort of gig at the Porties. And everyone that's involved in the Porties Footy Club, they all get behind it. They support it. So
it is. It's a great thing they're doing for the mid coast.
Yeah.
South. I'm actually from the south coast, but
yep.
Now I'm mid coast girl, but.
Yep. Way to go. Welcome to the neighbourhood.
Well, sort of was a great thing for us, like the step before Adelaide.
Yep.
So it's not so far to travel for
Absolutely.
gigs and stuff. So
yeah,
Corey was great giving my other band Psychedelics gigs and stuff there. So that was good. So what about some of the bands you play with and, some of your influences? because there's been lots of good bands come out of the mid-coast and the south coast.
It has. It's a bit of a boiling pot for just really well-oiled musicians. I mean, I guess it started for me when I was in high school. I used to go to high school at Morford Vale, and we were a bit of a musical sort of school, and we had some great music teachers, and I was in a student rock band and things like that, and I was in the music class with Matty Matt from the Test Eagles, and so there was already that behind the scenes sort of band thing after school. You'd have a bit of a jam with your mates, and I got together, played with a good friend of mine that used to surf with Polly. I say used to surf with because I probably get in the water once every 3 years now.
Oh,
sucks.
Because of children.
It's just because I'm lazy.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll blame it on the kids.
Actually, that never stopped me.
Yeah. Look, it's and it's funny. I live 300 metres from the beach, and I certainly look at it a lot more than I get in it.
I got my daughter into it so that I could do it.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
It's like, go on surf trips. So like, can't leave them sitting on the beach. So you got to get them surfing.
That's what better way to get them in the water than to just push them out there and off you go.
They love it. They love it.
So that's how that's how we started. Polly and I used to jam in his back room there at Sully's, and Sullivan's Beach, that is Sully's. G'day Sully's crew. They've always been good. Sully's Footy Club back in the day used to have cracker gigs. So originally what happened was we used to go down there because a couple of mates of mine, Jags, Scotty Donovan, Greenie, and they've had a few drummers, Andy Fry, and they've had Jags was originally drumming. There was a band called Wasted Space, and they were just classic. They'd get together and they'd do these shows at the Footy Club, and that was sort of it for me. I was like, I want to start a punk band. This is really cool. Right. At that time, there was Taylor Steele movies coming out, and which was he's a surfing movie director, and he was producing these unreal movies like Momentum and Focus and Good Times, and the soundtracks to them movies were unreal. You had bands like Pennywise and Bad Religion and Sprung Monkey, No Fun at All, etc. So
you played with one of those bands.
We've played with Freebooter, which eventually became Thick Lips. We did support No Fun at All and Sprung Monkey.
That would have been cool.
That was good fun. Yeah.
So
it was really cool.
What sort of crowd of people did they get to that?
We played at Cardoons with No Fun at All on a Wednesday night. I mean, the place was absolutely packed.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that was it's good. Always good fun to play to other bands' crowds.
And you saying before, like you put a song on Facebook and just got like masses of people. Oh,
the Real You. It's like a film clip, but I would call it more like a slideshow. I'll just punch it together with some app you get on an iPhone and chucked it up there, and it's had plenty of views, so it's nice. It's had over 5,000 views since the end of January. So
that's awesome.
It's nice to just know that people are watching it.
Get it out there. That's for sure.
They might not listen to it, but
yeah, but you know
what?
If they've all listened to it once, then at least it's been heard.
That's it. Yeah, no, it's just good to. The social media these days it's ridiculous what you can do.
It's actually fantastic, I reckon, for bands these days.
Yeah, well, we chucked the EP up on SoundCloud. It's probably not as polished as the hard copy because we sort of went in and sort of remastered it a little bit. But yeah, the tracks that we put up there have had a lot of attention. So anyway, but yeah, well, Janet's looking at me going, "Shut up, play a song, please."
No, shut up. But we're gonna play one band that's influenced Rowe.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna play this one now. It's "Where's the Pope" with You Dick.
Yeah.
Oops. Yep.
Just want everybody to be like you. Follow and copy what you do. Try to act like you will see. And it's so beautiful me. Just want everyone to be like you. Follow and copy what you do. Try to act like you will see. And it's so beautiful me. You dig. brain. That shit causing us a brain. Not around for your uncle. I guess you probably should. You're a dick. You're just a dick. You're a dick. Why don't you think?
Much better.
All right, so that was Where's the Pope with You Dick. And so I'm going to ask you a question, like very different, but not so, because I think it sort of has a big relevance actually. Like, what's the first song you ever heard that blew your mind?
Well, I'm thinking about it now. I'm thinking, I guess the first song that would have blown anyone's mind would probably be the one that they picked up their tennis rackets and pretended it was a guitar to, which is, for me, it was Dire Straits' Money for Nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How old were you?
It was only last year. No, it was, I would have been, I reckon I was about 12.
Oh, 12. Yeah, right.
So if that gives any information about how old I am, don't just forget about it, all right? Don't even try and add it up.
So nothing kind of blew your mind like sooner than that? Like, were your folks into music?
My brother was in a Led Zeppelin cover band and stuff as I was growing up in high school, and my brother and sister would just sit at the kitchen table and just sing Simon and Garfunkel songs and just old Mamas and the Papas and all sorts of really, really like cool stuff. And so I was exposed to things like Jethro Tull and Yes and Led Zeppelin and that sort of thing at quite a young age. Probably I would have been 5 or 6 and been listening to that sort of stuff. So,
but none of them made you want to grab the tennis racket.
Not until as soon as I heard Mark Knopfler doing that solo at the start of Money for Nothing, it was like yeah.
So
it's just the
when
build
did you
up.
start playing guitar then?
I only started playing the guitar about 6 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you just stayed on the tennis racket till then?
Yeah, that's right. And it's a bloody bugger when you've got to restring the tennis racket too, because there's a lot more than 6 strings on it.
Okay. Well, I've been checking out some stuff on YouTube, and there's a song called Bleed Me Dry on there. Like, what's that about?
Well, we always say it's a love song, but I think it's more of a... I wouldn't say it's a love to hate song, but I think it's a song about being ripped off, giving just basically giving your all, and then to turn around and have it all thrown sort of back in your face a little bit. So I think everyone's been there. Depends what level it's on, whether it's a personal friendship, relationship, or work, or. But so that's sort of in a nutshell. That song is what that's about. It could be about your old boss. When I write lyrics, I like to try and leave things open to interpretation. So sometimes it's a bit hard, but sometimes you can sort of.
I think we can all get different meanings from stuff anyway when we hear it, and like whatever you happen to be going through at the time, you kind of go, oh wow, that's like, what's the word? Not prophetic, but
I know what you're saying.
Profound,
absolutely.
Yeah.
People can take something from it.
You can interpret things, so many different ways. But there's one on there called Pokies Are Here, and that is actually like the last show. Is that the last show ever that was done at Flamingo Beer Garden?
It is the last show that was done at the Beer Garden.
And so they just closed down.
They put poker machines in there. Yeah, that's where the poker room is now at Porty's pub. They used to have bands like the Meanies and Spiderbait, and they used to have some great bands. A Bit of Clams have torn the roof off the place, numerous times back then as well. G'day to the Bit of Clam boys, howdy. And one of my favourite bands as well, obviously from the Mid Coast.
Yeah, I like the Bearded Clams too.
One of everyone's favourite band from the Mid Coast, the Bearded Clams. They're they're in a league of their own. They can just get together, do shows and fill houses and fill venues, whatever. They did some great parties back in the day. They played at one of my mates' birthday parties when we were teenagers, and oh man, that was just something else. That was another moment where I thought I really want to play in a band. Defining moment.
Yeah.
Just seeing Keezer up there and Wally playing the drums.
Yeah, he's a bloody good
Brett
drummer. He really is. Yeah, definitely. I forgot to say that we've got 2 No Reality CDs to give away today to subscribers or anyone who wants to subscribe. So if you want to ring up and claim them, and there's also 2 girls' T-shirts.
And we've got a bloke's one there too.
So what is it?
Well,
2 girls.
We could say that
2 girls, or
we could say that they
one bloke's one.
If a bloke's like wearing, what would you call that?
Well,
pink salmon or watermelon?
Yeah, there's one sort of we're kind of a wishy-washy watermelon or a salmon pink.
Yeah.
Or there's a grey one as well. So but anyway, there's 2 T-shirts and 2 CDs to give away. So first 4 callers, or how are we going to give them away? We're going to give away CD and a T-shirt, or we're going to give away
you need to be
CD
a certain height,
T-shirt,
certain coloured hair. I think that's what we'll do.
Anyway,
if you've got hair, you're in the running.
Ring up and claim it. No, they can have it if they haven't
We're discriminating
got hair.
against bald people, then, aren't we?
No, that's
if you've got a beard, you can have it.
No discrimination. Okay, here we go. All right. So anyway, ring up and claim them. And before we finish off this interview, because we're going to go to Numbskull's song next. Actually, no, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're going to play Numbskulls, and then we'll come back for one more question.
Trick Numbskulls.
Okay, here's Numbskulls.
Go! You want a burger? You want a Coke? You want a sundae? Hey, what a joke! You want some fries? And all the rest. Look at your face. I think you need some toe packs. It's dead price. It's dead price. No time to cook. No time to rest. You want some junk food, 'cause it's the best. You want to pig out, don't care about the taste. That's why you got volcanoes on your face. Dead price. Dead price. You want a burger, you want a Coke, you want a sundae, hey, what a joke. You want some fries, and all the rest. Look at your face, I think you need some toe packs. It's dead price. 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 It's dead price.
Okay, so that was another of your favourite bands, the Meat Beaters.
The Meat Beaters.
With Cracking Skulls. That was pretty groovy. Sounds a lot like Lemmy, doesn't it?
Well, that was, and we had the numbskulls there too. It's all about the cranium, isn't it? It's a zip face, cracking skulls. It's all about your head.
Yeah. Now, the next one we're going to play, tell us about this one.
Oh, yes. Well, a while ago, when I first started sort of playing guitar, I was just, I always loved the Angels and Rose Tattoo and that sort of thing, and I've always felt comfortable playing rock and roll on the guitar. So I just decided to write a heap of songs, and it was more of just a personal project, but eventually I had a good mate, Dave Stiles, who jumped on the drums, and we'd just jam, and what eventuated was probably about 6 or 7 songs, and one of them was sort of a little bit of a standout in regards to just, it was a bit catchy and a bit fun, and Matty Matt from the Test Eagles was around there one day, and he said, let's record it, and at the time it was just myself and Dave, so Matty jumped on the bass, and I think he even chucked a keyboard in there as well, but what eventuated was the She-Devil single, then I had a couple of good mates, the Dart Boys, Rob and Kai, and their mate Sean come in, and we eventually had a band that we could perform those songs with. But just with work and things like that, Rob ended up moving to Darwin. Unfortunately, he's a wild bass player. Any band would benefit from a bass player like that. So good day to Rob and Sean and Kai if they're listening, and I mean, those guys it's probably the first band I've played in where we could just play anything, it didn't matter, we would do Wolfmother covers, and we could play Led Zepp covers, and then we'd do System of a Down, and it's just the variety of stuff the guys were capable of playing was pretty
pretty
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
I've always wanted to do a Budgie cover myself.
Yeah, Budgie, actually, I was watching them on YouTube.
Crash Course in Brain Surgery.
Yeah, good band.
Yeah, great song.
Good intros, good guitar intros with Budgie.
And great bass riffs, oh my God. Yeah, like just a great band, 3-piece, like fantastic.
Yeah, big sound.
Anyway, back to this.
So
now,
XU1, that was what that project was. So we actually played at our bass player Pete Van Dyke. We played at his brother Mick's 40th at the RSL at Port Noarlunga, and what a venue that is. I don't think it's ever been the same since then, but because I acquired the Test Eagles' old PA system when Matty moved to Queensland. I'm a painter by trade. I did a bit of work around the house there, and before they sold it, and Dave Matt sort of got me around there and said, look, we don't have much room in the shipping container. Do you want this? And so I scored their massive front of house, all their wedges.
Fantastic.
Which I still have today. So if anyone wants to put on a gig, we can break windows in the local area with decibels.
All right. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, Rowe.
Yeah.
Before we wind this up, tell me, have you got a recipe? Since this is Eat to the Beat.
Well, it is Eat to the Beat, isn't it? Well, recipes. I always had a thing for pizza flavoured toothpaste. I always thought that would be great. But getting off the subject of dental hygiene, the numbskulls got a song called Cocoa Pops. That's what they like to eat when they got the munchies. So this is more of a munchies thing than a recipe.
This is munchy time for you.
Yeah, I would get
munchy time.
I would get bread toasted. If anyone's out there that can't make toast, you just put the bread in the toaster and push it down. Make sure the toaster's plugged in and switched on. Toast, there you go. That's the start of the recipe. That's the hard part out the way.
Yeah, but what you just don't have plain toast, surely.
No, then you can get your honey, whack a bit of honey on the toast, and then straight to the freezer for the ice cream, a couple of big scoops of ice cream on that, and then just whack the other piece of toast on top, squeeze it together.
Yeah, you're a sugar junkie.
It's honey, ice cream,
honey and ice
toasted
cream
sandwich.
Honey, ice cream, gluten and dairy.
And any other condiments that you can find in the fridge.
Sugar.
Even I'd more inclined to sprinkle a bit of Milo on there as well, or some chocolate topping, just to sweeten the deal a little bit more.
Some of that real like fake plastic stuff.
So anyway, after you've had a seizure from all the sugar, it's a great feeling.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in today, Rowe.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, probably catch you tonight at the show, the Emu.
Yeah, Line 39, great young band. Come along early and see those guys. They are.
What time are they on?
They are the future of what's really going to be happening in Adelaide in regards to punk music, and they're really laid back. They're actually too cool. They're just the coolest bunch of kids. They'll be in their early 20s, I'm sure of it, and. They've just got the right attitude, I mean, yourself, Janet, being in the scene. Attitude's everything when it comes to music. If you're a bit of a cock or you've got a massive ego or something, it sort of shows. So
I think like everyone's pretty cool here in
Adelaide.
Like,
we're really lucky in Adelaide. The
band's many good people.
Everyone I've met playing through bands, especially since we've had the band back together, everyone's really cool.
I've met so many good people.
Everyone is networking really well together as well, which is great. And I think that's the most important thing,
And pretty supportive too, which is good.
Yeah, so we all get together and do our thing, and let's do it good. Why wouldn't you want to do it good? And as a group, as a collective, we can turn things around, and we can.
Well, we've got a thriving scene here.
It is. Adelaide's massive at the moment.
Well, South Australia really, it's just got so much good music. It blows my mind actually, because I just can't even choose what gigs to go to sometimes because there's much good happening. Yeah, that's right, and in all genres as well. I mean, all genres. You've got you've got some real heavy stuff. You've got hip hop. You've got punk. You've got your rock bands. So there's no shortage of things to do on a Friday or Saturday night in Adelaide, that's for sure. And even
it's surrounding
Thursdays
suburbs.
And sometimes Wednesday nights too.
Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah.
Good on you, Adelaide. Well done.
Well, thanks so much, Rowe. And we'll play this XU1 song, and then we're going to play another No Reality song.
Cool.
And
get down to the Emu tonight and see the Numbskulls, Line 39, and us clowns.
Should be a good show.
Excellent.
Alrighty.
Look forward to it.
All right. See you, Rowe.
Ciao.
Riding down the gun barrel highway, moving so fast that I'm slipping sideways. When she's gone, yeah, she still looks hot. When she rolls, that's when I'm right. She set my heart on fire. She set my heart on fire tonight. She's a devil in disguise. She set my heart on fire. She set my heart on fire tonight. She's a devil in disguise. Pistols pumping and the engine's burning. She's a teacher and I'm still learning. If there's one thing that I know, you better fire her when she's ready to go. She set my heart on fire. She set my heart on fire tonight. She's a devil in disguise. She set my heart on fire. She set my heart on fire tonight. She's a devil